Welcome to another episode of Value Seller Talks with Deepak Bajaj. Today we have the honor of hosting Raminder Singh Bhogal, a distinguished technology leader based out of India. With close to 45 years in the technology industry, Raminder been part of various organizations such as Indian Air Force, Sham Telecom, NDC Telstra, Vodafone, Firefly, and now DIA Capital. He has witnessed the entire life cycle of technology evolution which we are experiencing in today's world. Coming from strong RF background, he is known for in-building expertise. He immensely contributed in setting up mobile communication in underground metros, Commonwealth Games venues, airport, and many such large prestigious projects. His enriched experience in mobile industry is vast, and today we would get benefited by hear from him. Other than that, he is working religiously in uplifting local community and part of various initiatives. He's always been a great speaker, trainer, mentor, leading various tech events, and is always a center of attraction in the industry. Welcome, Raminder.
Thank you so much, Deepak, for a wonderful introduction. Yeah, thank you so much.
You deserve it, and we have been noticing you from so many years. So, thank you for contributing to the society and to the technology world.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Raminder, you have an impressive contribution, achievement, and list may go long. So, but we all would like to know you as a person first.
Okay, well, so to start with, I am born and brought up in Agra, UP, and the Taj Mahal city. In fact, dad was in government job, so we had to station at Agra. I studied there, and after 10th standard, I got selected in Indian Air Force in technical branch. So the journey started from 16 and a half year.
Hmm.
Okay. And then went through all the lives of Indian Air Force and then got married at the age of 27. Now having two grown up children and they are professionally of their own. So personally, I am a very cool minded, honest, straightforward, tech savvy person with a positive and problem solving attitude. I strongly believe in work life balance between profession and family. I like meeting people, so networking is another thing I took as a part of my life. So I've been helping team to grow both personally and professionally. I personally believe that there is a man, if the man is happy at home, then he can deliver with full capacity in his profession. As far as society is concerned, I do a bit of social activities by delivering lectures and soft skills based learning from my lifetime experience, and that is of course now becoming useful for student and young generation and young leaders. And this keeps me busy interacting with variety of people. And as far as hobbies are concerned, I had many hobbies. To start with, I love music. I play games both indoor and outdoor. Theater was one of my passion once upon a time. Reading magazines, singing, and electronics. So largely, I covered all the areas of life cycle. And even at this stage, I still feel that there is long way to go. And my passion and energy is keeping me young and heart and soul. So I always believe, I always say, in my own language, the sun never sets; it only changes its position.
Right. Agree. So, yeah, so I fully resonate with your hobbies and what you're doing in your professional career as well. And a mentorship is very, very important in today's world. So, thank you for contributing back to the society.
Thank you.
So, So we, I am very much curious to know how your journey started in the technology industry. You started from a government organization, but immediately into the professional and the corporate world. How it gets started?
So actually, I'll take you one step before that. Actually, from childhood, I was curious in exploring technology. I had many questions in my mind I used to speak to my mentor, my father, and I used to ask, what is the technology behind everything we use at home, be it iron, be it refrigerator, radio, television, etc. I wanted to know everything and everything that makes it working. So after completing 10th standard, I got selected in technical branch of Indian Air Force, and then there I started with Morse code, wireless system, transmitters, receiver, navigational aid, which is used in the defense sector. And I'm also an electronics hobbyist. So designing small circuit, making them live, show people that it really works. As I'm born music lover also, so I focus my research on audio amplifiers, sound bars, and any audio product that makes that can improve the quality, the sound quality. Okay. Later, getting to professional after completion my degree in telecommunication in 1990, I joined Punjab Wireless, but it
Mm.
was a traditional manufacturing hub, so did not enjoy much. So lastly, got an opportunity to work in Sham Telecom under the, which were actual, I would say, technical professional journey started there. I was selected by telecom veteran Shri T.R. Duaji and got trained under leadership of telecom guru, which is Shri Raji Mehrotra ji, and still both are my default guides. So learning the know-how of telecom products in Sham Telecom, Sham Telecom got mobile service license of Rajasthan. I moved to Rajasthan there, and I was spearheading the network planning function. Planning and executed cellular service in major cities of Rajasthan there. So after 6 years of developing strong foundation in telecommunication, then I moved to Thailand for an in-building design company called NDC Telstar, which of
Mm.
course where I started my in-building passion, I would say. Okay. Then came back to India and joined Vodafone in 2001. At that time it was known as SR Cell Phone, then went to Hutch, and then Vodafone, now Vodafone Idea. So I spent about 22 years with Vodafone, primarily focusing on indoor solutions, for which I am known in the industry. So during that tenure, developed expertise into indoor solutions, IBS DAS, both passive and active, and many such RF solutions for indoor. Have designed and implemented more than 3,000 in-building solutions during my tenure. Post Vodafone continued my journey with Firefly Networks Limited. It is a JV of Vodafone and Airtel, primarily focused on creating a Wi-Fi hotspot across India. Headed the strategic account at Firefly Networks, where I was handling Wi-Fi operation for 28 airports of Airport Authority of India, which is one of the highest in India. And post that, I joined DIA Capital, which is a London-based digital infrastructure company. So in DIA, I'm helping them to develop digital infrastructure business in Japan, Africa, and other parts of the world. So that's in short it.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Like specifically your contribution in the Vodafone with the 28 airports, it itself is a big milestone. I've never experienced anyone who has like maybe 4, 5 maximum they can do, but 28 is a number beyond my imagination.
Thank you so much.
Right. If you want to share with us about your that movement which has actually influenced your career, any instance which you didn't forget till date, and which was more passionate, which was more challenging for you at that time, because indoor is a very complex game.
Yeah, so actually, I had been a hardcore RF engineer to start with. Any product which involved RF had influenced me. And in telecom industry, it's all about RF. If there is RF, there is a coverage, and hence calls and data can be used. Otherwise, you are in a dead zone, I would say.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. As I said, after knowing RF products in Sham Telecom, I worked for Ericsson, on RF planning in the entire Rajasthan, and worked on RF planning tool, optimization tool, drive testing tool, whatever is related to RF. After that, once I was in Thailand, I was working for NDC Telstar, who were into indoor planning and designing. So from outdoor RF enter into indoor RF. So I would say all RF and RF and RF. You know, so that's fascinating me a lot. So post returning from Thailand to India, took over the responsibility of in-building design and implementation at Vodafone Idea to enhance indoor coverage inside the building. Started with first IBS in India, then went
Mm.
across metros, tunnel, airports, other large projects, and so on and so forth. So I'm happy to be a part of the start of the journey where I started the first IBS in India. Yeah.
Right. So to the audience, RF means the radio frequency. So in short, in the terms of technology, we call the RF as a wireless. So whatever the signals you are getting on your mobile, whether it's a 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, now we are talking about 6G. So they all are the RF technology which Ravinder is focusing on. And I have to clarify because most of the audience on the platform come from a non-technology and the non-telecom background.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. I think by this they would learn what is RF.
Yes, exactly. And IBS is the indoor building solutions, which is talking about the putting the network inside the building so that you can get a seamless coverage. Right. So I'm now move on to the leadership and the innovation which you are pioneer. So in terms of the team management, how do you ensure that your teams remains motivated and productive, especially in the high pressure environments?
Okay, well, thank you. This is my specialized area. Man handling and man managing had been my passion, and with my team, I ensured that I know the mental health of the team and understood their capabilities and drawbacks, and ensured that their drawbacks are improved and capabilities are highlighted. Thus, driving them more personally rather than like a boss, and support them on every step they needed, and yet giving them freedom to take decisions, thus offloading pressure on them. As a passionate leader, I always try to improve upon soft skills and giving them adequate trainings, which can improve their personal and professional skills. To be practical, I used to give them my self examples to motivate them that I have done it, so you can also do it. So this is what all about human handling to keep them calm under high pressure.
Mm. So lead by the example are the best strategy which
Yes.
everyone has to adopt. Thanks for bringing in. So again, from a leadership, from a people to now coming to the technology, how do you foster innovation and stay ahead in such a rapidly evolving industry nowadays?
See, it's mainly, I would say, study, awareness, meeting industry experts, attending seminars, keep yourself updated about technology, vendor ecosystem, read material, go on YouTube, find products and study the specifications, think and prepare a roadmap, do a comparative analysis, of course, get it validated by subject matter expert. Otherwise, it's of no use till the
Mm.
time someone tells you that what you're reading is right or where you're going is right. So, as a part of regular exercise, keep track of any updation of the technology and watch out for new products and new technology. That's what I follow.
I agree. So invest in yourself, both in the time and the efforts. That's the real mantra behind it. And
Yes.
obviously get validated with the group of experts to so that we are on the right track. Mm. Because I have seen that people at one stage they start stop learn they stop learning actually, and it looks like they become a boss, so they know everything by default. So that's a myth which most of the people are carrying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, if I focus on this technology, so the buzzword like AI and machine learning, they are very common. So, how do you envision emerging technologies, AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning evolving within industry, and what potential impact they could have?
Okay. I know AI ML is the hottest topic these days, and AI would definitely improve performance of all the segments, start from home to office to hospital to education to various industries. Although AI had been a part of our life even before that, while we were using virtual assistant like Siri, Alexa, automated industrial machinery, self-driving cars, etc. But advancement of AI algorithm, now it has become more useful in the current era. However, the core technology to achieve AI/ML is a machine language, all you know. So it is an advanced software algorithm designed to carry out one specific task, such as answering question, translating language, navigating journey, or more for a data collection and data analytics, which is the most use case of nowadays. Worldwide, billions and billions dollars are spent in developing AI application to make the life easy. Even generative AI algorithm takes existing data, video, images, sound, and even computer codes and to create entirely new content that never existed earlier. and that is the power of AI. AI can, in fact, think beyond human being and produce results with much more accuracy. And that's what is the power of AI. So, but bit of a caution here. AI would require some, data, which could be our personal data. I would to say, let's say, if you're talking about health and financial information, so we need to be very careful while sharing this data with AI, no, because it can fall apart. So, however, if it is used in the right direction, then you get a better result. So nowadays, most of us find working alongside robots, smart machines, specially designed to help to do our job better and more efficiently. Now, this could take in the form of smart handsets, giving us instant access to data and analytics capabilities. So the AI technology has potential to help companies under how to build products, services, infrastructure in a more efficient way. So the efforts are being made to implement more green and renewable energy powered infrastructure also as a part of sustainable AI. So further, coming to use of AI in our favorite subject, that is mobile industry. So apart from mobile phones, it is going to be used in radio access network. Recently, T-Mobile and NVIDIA has developed a radio access network called AI RAN in partnership with Ericsson and Nokia. Now, this will enhance mobile user experience by boosting network performance and creating network economics opportunity for MNOs. So, for instance, in telecom industry, AI/ML has been successfully implemented for network optimization and predictive maintenance. For this start, the telecom companies are leveraging AI/ML algorithm to analyze vast amount of network data, predict potential issues, and resolve them well before they could affect the customer. So that's the power of AI. A real instant example of one of the top MNO in India, which uses AI/ML to manage its network operation through predictive maintenance and AI-driven information. The MNOs has reduced network outage, optimized spectrum used, and achieved faster problem resolution. So this resulted into more efficient network and improved the service quality and benefiting to both company and as well as customers. So AI/ML, when integrated responsibly, I would say, can help industries boost productivity, reduce cost, and improve the overall customer experience. This,
Oh,
in
wow.
short, I can talk about AI/ML.
No, no, I agree. Well, you have touched upon all the points, but now we recently seen the advertisement from Airtel about the preventing of the spam calls with the help of this AI
Yeah,
technology.
yeah.
So there are a lot many use cases which can be developed specifically for India, and obviously with your vast experience globally from US to Australia, you have seen the usage as per their regions, as per their customer behavior.
Yes.
Hmm. Now, coming to the favorite topic and your expertise, especially on the indoor side. So, how organization can enhance their indoor experience, where their real customer, their subscriber is sitting at the inside the building or at their homes?
Okay, thanks for bringing this question. I was waiting for you to ask me my pet question. So this is my favorite and expert area. So as you know that 70 to 80% calls are made in the indoor areas, and hence it is important to have. We all sit in our office, in our home, so it is important to that you should have an excellent coverage and quality of service there. You know, and there are various solutions starting from for small area of one room to a larger area like airports.
Yeah.
So I would just touch upon a few of the examples. There are small area solutions like low RF output repeaters, which are suitably for a room or a floor or for a basement. So these are generally available. The second category is to provide indoor coverage by way of installing a high power repeater and putting up small tiny antennas inside the building. But this would require an optimization from MNO's frequencies and surrounding tower positions. Okay. Now comes the third and the most commonly used category, which is meant for medium buildings, hospitals, malls, and such smaller buildings. And that is called CISO passive DAS. a single out, single in, single out, passive distributed antenna system. And if there is a capacity requirement is there in the same buildings, then we convert it into a MIMO, which is multiple input, multiple output. This enhances the capacity to multifold. So the typical, if we were to take an area of these buildings, so these buildings could vary from 1 lakh square feet to 5 lakh square feet areas.
Mm.
Now the fourth category comes into the larger establishment, which are more than 6 lakhs square feet. So something like high capacity enterprise building, airports, metros. Now here the active distribution antenna system is being installed. So which means that it is meant for all the MNOs and covers all the technologies starting from 2G to 5G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G.
Correct.
However, these are designed using active equipments, but these requires an intensive capital to invest. So we'll have to be a little cautious while putting these systems, and we need to have an ROI and working on that. But after 2012, when IP infrastructure companies came into existence, so MNOs stopped infusing the capex for IBS system. Okay, and then it was left to infrastructure provider, which would design the system for all MNOs, and thus creating a neutral host model and charge them on a monthly OPEX basis to MNOs. So today, if you see, there are these companies are only doing IBS or giving coverage to the industry, to the consumers. But then today, after 5G is coming, there are challenges of upgrading the existing legacy DAS system, because these were installed about 10 to 15 years back, and the frequency components are supporting only up to 4G. So now with the induction of 5G, there is a requirement to upgrade this existing system by upgrading entire infrastructure, which is involving a huge cost. So, but there is no other way to do it, and we have to do it. So now the new IBS systems, which are designed with the 5G capabilities.
No, very, very impressive and very thoughtful. So you have given us the full journey, what is has been started, and now with the advancement of technology, how the more complexity and the cost of ownership actually gets increased. But yes, we have to do that. Right. So, in your view, how the person sitting in the room is getting a coverage? We understand what is IBS, but can I repeat the question?
Yeah, I think there was a break.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So, we all understand that the person sitting in the room gets the power when he has the mobile phone, connected mobile phone in his hand, right? But as per your view, how it become an enabler in developing the community, their upliftment, as well as how it will grow the nation GDP?
Okay. Uh, so see, coming from telecom background, what 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 we are doing, we are educating people to use the telecom equipments like use of mobile phones. But then there are I would say myths in the public that if you use mobile phone, there is going to be radiation, and this radiation is going to impact the society as large. Okay, so I myself has given many lectures in many societies, and represented the RF scenarios, that this is what is permissible, this is allowed, and this is not allowed, so it will not make any problem to your health. And then so these presentations I have been giving them to make them understand that it is not, because the companies which are radiating or which are in the market are fully compliant with RF radiations, so you need not to worry about it. But yet people do have some
Some myth.
apprehensions on that, myth on that. So and on the other hand, I train people with technology as well as soft skill to let them understand that this will not impact you. And also in the green energy revolution, encouraging people to use and buy EV vehicles. So that has been another part where I work for societies. And then planting trees, keeping society clean, having people to upgrade their living of standard, actively involved in the activities of residential welfare at societies of the block, where people look up to me and think that what I say is right, you know.
Yes.
So they follow me. So that's where I help them, in the uplifting the living standard. And being a pet lover, I take care of and feeding the animals and teaching the society of coexistence of both animal and human being, because that's what is a human cycle all about.
True. So there are a lot of contribution which you are making from your side as as a single-handed, right?
Yeah.
Right. Uh, so in your view, what are the key factors which have contributed to Indian evolution in the technology space, and what steps are needed to further accelerate this progress?
So India is the fastest growing economy, powered by digital transformation, we all know. And there are many factors which contributes to Indian evolution in tech landscape. Few of them, like in India, people are hungry, tech hungry.
Mm.
Okay, and yet that is a good sign because it is encouraging to adopt new technology. So it allows you to do what you want to do, and they will adopt it. So that's one good part in India. And there is a huge support from Indian government. Okay, Indian government is always coming up with new initiatives, new ideas, and new things to support the digital transformation. Okay. And then we have got strong academic institutions and research centers in India. Okay, and then I would say most advantageous to everyone is the economical vendor ecosystem, which does not
Mm.
exist anywhere in the world. Uh,
True.
You take a cost comparison between any country to India, you'll find India always will stand better. And then there are ample amount of business opportunities. India is just open to business you can do. Okay, India started bit late, uh, but gradually it has picked up. And now, as far as technology is concerned, India is in the top most five countries. Government has taken steps in the field of telecommunication. It rolled out fastest 5G services across India, now hosted 6G conferences in India, and set to lead the 6G initiative. Okay, so this is what in the telecom domain. And other technology initiatives like UPI is one of the most I would say advanced or and useful application which India has come up with. So you needed to carry your hard currency at all the times. And to say all the big telecoms or the electronics company of the world are keen to do business in India. So that's the power of India. And government is all set to become the hub for semiconductors also. So and all the products are manufactured in India under the Make in India regime, and now we are not dependent on any external world. So Mera Bharat Mahan.
Yes, that's the powerful statement, and the different reforms which has been taken so far by the government, and with the emerging ecosystem of the startups, the future is very bright. Mm. Uh, Now, you are always a center of a global attraction. So, what are the advice which you like to give it to the young professional who are aspiring to build a career in the technology sector?
See, nowadays technology has many branches. Okay, and unlike us, we only had four branches, three branches, but now there are multiple branches. So one can choose and excel in any particular area, because today the area is of subject matter expert. Okay, so start from mobile technology, IT sector, AI, ML, space segment, and many more options are available for the student. They just need to pick up one particular subject and put all efforts and become an expert in that area. That's what is desired. So this is a technology era, and I would urge all the young generation to choose career in technology domain and make India feel proud of leading the technology in the world. This is what I will suggest.
It's a great message. But I will now focus on your message to the startups who just started their journey as a beginner.
Okay, so about startups, we in India in 2016 we had 471 to be precise startups company in India, and today it has crossed a landmark of 1 lakh plus. And in the coming days, it is just going to be doubled because many people want to explore and are wanting to do to start up their own company, their own business. So I was advised the beginners to take a small projects or small product, whatever they have, of any nature and kind, and build it, and then scale it up, and then grow big. But a few things to be remembered. This also comes with my experience because one of my colleague was doing startup, so a lot of things went in, learning from him. So number one thing is to get your product or service validated thoroughly. If you do
Hmm.
not do that, then you are going to fail. And prepare the business plan that shows growth. You cannot say that tomorrow today I have this, and tomorrow there's no expansion happening, so it will not be accepted. Expand your use cases as you grow. Don't restrict to one line only, just expand horizontally,
Hmm.
and bring more and more avenues into that. Develop a dashboard mechanism to monitor your business and take regular feedback. Usually what happens, people just do a startup, and then when they start growing, they don't bother about what is the feedback, do the people accept it or no. That's wrong. That should not happen. And lastly, plan for funding.
Hmm.
Without plan of funding, never start that. And secondly, uh, anything can happen in time, so prepare a fallback strategy also. So in
Right.
India, Indian government has been very kind and enthusiastic about encouraging all the startups to come forward, show their capabilities, and as a process, even government is ready to fund them at all the stages.
Hmm. No, yeah. So you touch upon the right points. Especially I love the dashboard part because that gives your full tracking and the things will be under your control if you have everything in in form of the presentation dashboards, not for your internal use but for also for your customers. And that feedback mechanism will make this dashboard more concrete and give you a next course of action as they move on ahead.
Yes.
Thanks for bringing this up. The second part, which I would want to take your advice on your message to the young leaders who are just becoming the young leaders and who are not been very much experienced, but they have been given an additional responsibility to manage the people and team.
Okay. So see, I've seen many people who become leader and present themselves into a public at large, uh, do not have practical knowledge, and just pick up data from Google and present it.
Right.
I believe, rather, I strongly believe that one must be thorough in his or her subject before before they present themselves. So, because as a young generation look up to you as an authority.
Mm.
When you present, they see, okay, he is the man, he is the leader. I have to look up to him. I have to become. So you are a role model for them, and they would like to follow your path. Hence, it is our duty to be right ourselves first before we present to other. I always believe in leading from the front. So I know my experience. I know from my experience, once you present, few will listen, few will be silent, and few will criticize. Okay, but you must not carried away by them. As Take it as a feedback to improve, and go with fresh energy, and slowly you will get success.
Right. Very well said. Especially the people who you divide into three categories, and this is the real fact and the real way the audience experience yourself, or they make a thoughts or make a judgment for yourself.
Yeah.
And critics and the silent are most dangerous.
Yes.
I must say the silence is more dangerous
More
because
dangerous.
they are what they are thinking we don't know.
We don't know, and what they will
Right.
talk to others, we don't know.
What, yes, exactly, exactly. Uh, in the last, I want to ask one important message or one important observation and the guidance also for the people who want to present themselves on stage, because most of the people have a stage fear. They can't express themselves. So what is your thoughts and your advice to them?
So actually, this has been my experience even when I was young and I used to go on a stage. The stage fear would be there. But first of all, if you are thorough in your subject, what you know, what you rehearsed, what you studied, okay, then you need not to bother about who is in front of you, and then never afraid of questions. And even if you don't know the question, just park that with you so that next time when you go, you can improve and show them. Never worried about whether. And secondly, when you present to don't think that there might be people who are knowledgeable and sitting there, but you think that what you are presenting is you want to make sure that all my knowledge, all my experience, all my words goes to each and everybody's mind. So that's what is more important. So fear of talking, fear of this thing is not going to be there. Just go, and whatever you want to say that. Don't worry about the people who are in front of you. Yes, if there are critics, accept it and make it for a ready for the next information. Yeah.
So, and that's how it's a feedback, a circular feedback loop, which
Yes.
helps you to improve. The only
Improve.
thing
Yes.
is you are stand to stand in front of the crowd.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So thank you, Raminder, for sharing your valuable time, insights, and experience with us today. So your
Yeah.
journey
Thank you
and
so much.
contribution to the technology industry is truly inspiring and commendable.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deepak, for speaking. Thank you
So,
so much.
thank you so much for your time. So until next time, this time Deepak
Yeah.
Bajaj signing off.
Thank you. Bye.